Yo, what's good? I am that man, LA, that man on that nag. To my right,
It's a pony.
we got that boy Sean.
That is.
Down on the end, we got that man Eli.
Yeah,
Wait, hold
yeah,
on.
you know
Why
what
I
I'm
had to be
saying.
a boy? He got to be a man.
Exactly,
I ain't
nigga.
like that. I ain't like that.
Hey, bro, age
Nah,
before
bro,
beauty.
keep going, bro. Keep
Age
going,
before
bro.
beauty,
Nah, I
bro.
don't hear that.
I tried.
Racist.
I almost said something funny about that, but I'm not gonna.
In the middle, we got Miss Teddy. She is soft like a bear. Anyway,
I'll take it.
Stranger
Yeah.
bro.
Stay away.
No, swiping.
and next to her, we got Miss Alia Badu Rose.
Hello.
Can you give us
So-
the vocals on and on?
Yeah, there's a little
Yeah.
something.
You know.
That ass.
She does have that flower child nature. But anywho.
Who ain't?
Today on the thought process, we're gonna be talking about social media. Long
Mhm.
story short, before we get into social media, you already know what time it is. We got to go ahead and talk about our subtopics. We're gonna get right into the thick of it.
The thick.
And as everybody knows, you know, it's a conversation all around the world. Body count, right?
Bodies.
We always talking. Everybody want to know. Oh, who they have to have this body count. Multiple times like this body count. That body count matters. And I just want to be the first one to say body count does matter, but not in the way you think. What I want to know is how many bodies does a person have to have? They gotta have
At least.
this minimum number of bodies
At least.
before you fuck with them. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna say my minimum is 6. You know, I'm 27 right now, so assuming that they started fucking in high school till now, I feel like 6 is a good number. What about y'all?
Can we get a lady first?
Okay, ladies.
Y'all don't want to hear what I have to say.
Please.
No, please do, because I want to
What's the
piggyback off
minimum?
it.
We want to hit the minimum first.
And then I'm gonna tell y'all my high later.
Okay, so can I answer kind of be like no answer? And that makes, no, because look,
There she go with that
look,
Badu shit.
because look, I feel like your body count doesn't necessarily equate to your experience because you can have plenty of bodies and still be a shitty sex partner.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like you can be a virgin and still have a potential to be a better sex partner than someone that has had
Okay.
experience.
So let's say we equate multiple sex partners
To experience.
to experience, because typically when you have multiple sex partners over a period of time, you start to discover things that you like, discover things that you don't like.
But there's a lot of girls
Verse-
faking orgasms out here, though.
That's because niggas not doing their job.
Exactly.
Jesus, don't spill
And
the
so you
drink
don't
again.
grow
You're
from
right.
that.
Don't
So then the
spill.
guys don't grow from that if the girls are faking the orgasm. So then that means
No matter how
that the
many.
experience does not
Okay.
equate to the bodies.
Exactly.
Okay, but still, sometimes.
Hypothetically.
So this is what
like,
happens when
so
the
I'm like
ladies
this.
go first.
We're talking about. I'm gonna say like there's a handful of men that have that experience. You know, I can't speak
I like your story.
I can't speak for the general population on it, but I just know that every man that walks into some vagina isn't just having fake orgasms, meeting fake orgasms,
Moon walks into the
I'm gonna
vagina.
let you finish.
moonlighting.
I'll go.
So, okay. So, in the hypothetical situation.
I like it.
I like that
Sexuation.
I do. I like it.
Hypothetical
we gonna figure something out
sexuation,
for that.
right?
Sexuation.
Um,
Producer, write that down.
I feel like at least 2, like at least 3. At least 3.
Just 3?
At least 3.
Okay.
Why so low?
Because he got the quick bust out the way.
You didn't explain.
Because, like, for example, if this person that I'm now with, their body count has only been 3, right? But the 3 women, we're assuming they're heterosexual. Anyways, it don't matter. Fucking the
partners.
3 people that he has been with, like, hopefully he has been with them for an extended amount of time. So he got to know their body. He got to know what they like from what they don't like. And he also got to know his body. So therefore, when I encounter him, he might be more willing to learn my body or take the things that he's learned with those people and then apply it to my body. You know,
Not all vaginas made the same.
that's true. Some have grip.
Yo.
And some don't need grip because they have
one tonight.
they got the wet, or they
Yo.
you know they have other ways that they can compensate. You know,
Okay.
don't let them tell you that your coochie is too loose. That's like you can do other things.
Somebody
I
else
want to
is
say
biased.
my minimum for the body count thing is I don't have a minimum because I think I hate when people throw out the insecurity thing, but I feel like people who want people who don't have bigger body counts, I feel like it's because they don't want the woman to have someone to compare it to or enough people to compare it to. And I think that's part of where like the virginity complex comes from. Is like for centuries, I think men have kind of been accepting that they don't do very well with sex and pleasing women. And I think that has been a thing for the longest. And I think to tell a woman that she should have a minimum. Are we whispering? You want to share with the class?
Oh,
I can't say it. I can't say
Just
it
to
to the mic.
interject a question to you. So you're down to take virginities?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I would take if
Yo.
you're at the age of consent, absolutely. But I feel like I would always give someone a great time.
She want that soul tie.
Yeah,
No, I
nah,
don't
for
think that's
sure.
what it
She
is. I
want
think the
stalkers.
person who took my virginity, I don't think I have a soul tied to them.
true.
Yeah,
Soul ties can be broken.
I think a lot of things are more intentional than we let them on to be. I think if you get with somebody with the intentions, if both parties have the intention to just have sex and have a good time and then go their separate ways, how can there be a soul tie there? But if you set the intention to be in love with a person or whatever your concept of intimacy and longevity of that includes, then I think you're more likely to have those soul ties because you've what? No? Oh, okay. I don't know. I think I'm hitting. I think I'm spitting. I think
Eli's been sitting over here in his corner,
Right, just
quiet.
huffing and
He
puffing
been ready.
and shit.
He be ready to He trying to.
Okay. My honest response I don't have any response to you. I'm just gonna give my opinion because there's no point in me giving my response. I don't have a response to you. My minimum, I'd probably say like either I have two ways of calculating this.
Jesus,
Okay.
It's not calculus.
She either has to have had long relationships
okay.
Okay.
in which she's could hopefully had plenty of sex, or
Okay.
or at least like 10. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just want her to be sexually experienced because if she's not, I'm not going to get my rocks off. And like just to be real, gotta get my rocks off.
I to get the rocks off.
That's it.
And nothing against pillow princesses,
Yo.
but like I feel like pillow princesses either lack that sexual experience you're talking about, or they're just lazy.
Side question: what do you consider a pillow princess?
Someone who lays on their back and just
Doesn't
says,
do shit.
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't do shit.
woman who's just like, no, there's really some women out here who think that just laying there is enough.
They won't even lick your meat.
Ooh, y'all don't
I don't know who that is.
Crazy.
But like,
I feel like they might lick your meat, but they won't really try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, I still
so
don't
is
know
that
who
really
I don't know
licking
who
your meat?
either one of y'all are talking about, but
No, I
anyways,
definitely had that.
like,
I
that
definitely
land-
had that.
that
You know what I'm
laying
saying?
there shit is not cool because it's like, oh, I gotta work. You mean to tell me I gotta go to work and now I'm in bed and I gotta go to work?
Hey, look.
Oh no, I'm always worried.
So you can't get on top at all.
I
Okay.
mean, I don't really feel like even.
I don't think this is fair, and I feel attacked. Personally,
Oh.
I feel attacked. Yeah.
Somebody get her
Because-
I ain't gonna lie, people snitching on
Because
me.
I think there's levels to it. I think there's levels to it. I think it also depends on who you're with because I've been with people where I was like really aggressive sexually and maybe like a little too dominant with that
I don't
person
know what that means.
because they let me. I was aggressive.
She said, "Pull your dreads, choke
Wait,
you,
yeah,
slap you,
like,
spit in
real.
your mouth."
I feel like my journey, because you say you've been having sex for how long? 11 years
years.
now?
Oh, no! I didn't say how long I had having
Oh,
sex. I said the typical age.
Okay,
He
so
about like 15.
Hey,
I feel like-
motherfucker, you go stop.
I was joking, bro. You good? You good?
Stop
Hey,
putting
just
out my
snitched on
childhood.
himself.
That ain't even 15. It's just a simple fact that you're not
Bubble
gonna be
Trump,
sitting here spreading false
Well, we
rumors.
won't be spreading rumors. But I do think like the
Fake
person
news,
that I
Trump ass
was when I
nigga.
first started having sex, I would consider that girl to be freaky. And I was doing a lot of things that were unnecessary. And now the person that I am now, I think I have better sex. I always make sure that I get mine. I didn't do that before, but I was freaky. Whereas now, like, I might lay there for most of it, but I know that I put work in to get us to that point. Like, I think I invest a lot in
If you're
foreplay.
laying
I'm a
there,
foreplay person, and I put a lot into the foreplay so that when we finally have sex,
And then
it is
after the
my
foreplay, she's
time.
just like, ah.
my job is done.
Stretch
I haven't had any complaints.
Don't be hitting them corners too hard there.
I mean, no, I'll fuck back, but
Then you're not a pillow princess if you fuck back.
I think people could argue that I have been a pillow princess for them, and I think others that I've enjoyed more could argue something different. I don't think that should be.
So basically, what she
Mine-
said is that it's levels to this shit.
I think the people that I cared for more and enjoyed sex with more, I put more effort in. But the people that I was like, you should be honored to just get in this coochie right now.
Hey.
I was
Hey.
just about to say
Be a
that.
participant.
Hey, I
I'm-
guarantee you, some of them niggas just be happy to be there.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel
I'm
like I
gonna
could
take
be
one.
Participation
You can lay
trophies
there.
all
Yeah,
around.
you can go to
Hey,
sleep.
listen, look. If you just give it 1%, I got the 99.
Niggas like, I just really, really, really wanted to get in this pussy. So like, you can lay there.
I've been
Taking a nap. You want some
taking a nap?
DMing you for the last 6 months. I have been DMing you for the last 6 months, and I just want to thank you for this honor that you have
Niggas just happy
bestowed
to be there.
upon me.
Because what you got to think about sometimes too, and I try not to hold it against men, but sometimes like you might come too quick, and I know men will do the thing where they're like, hold on. So they don't want you to do too much. I've had people tell me like, chill, just take it, and I'll just take it. That's cool.
Right.
I think it's levels to it. And I will admit that I've been a pillow princess, and I think they get
Me
a bad
personally.
rep. They get a bad rep. It's not fair.
But hey, so look,
I
let's move on from these
Oh,
pillow
never
princesses because
Still gotta do the max.
yeah, we still gotta do the max.
I
And
don't have a max. You got a max?
I don't have a max. I feel like
I don't-
everybody.
Yours was 100.
I feel like everybody is a virgin unless they've had a baby. Cause I can see what body you had. You got a baby.
Yeah.
Ain't
You
no
get tested,
kids,
It doesn't matter.
No face, no case, no trace, no STD, no face, no trace, no case.
Yo.
so
New body.
Nobody.
Ain't fuck Nikki, you fuck the
So,
old body.
I
Here's the
feel
thing.
like, okay,
So-
first of all, I never gave my minimum. First of all, no,
No,
never
you
did.
didn't.
Never did.
Okay, look,
Okay, so
my fault.
one, the minimum is 10. My minimum is 10 because I need you to have had sex with at least one person that was good at it. You feel me?
okay, so you're going off
Like-
of that 10% range.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
makes
at least
sense.
one of those people had to be good at it. So like you know what to do there. Okay, my maximum, and here's why. It gets a little psychological.
Before you go into the maximum, brother, I need to explain because I don't want people out there thinking that the maximum is like you won't fuck with anybody after the maximum.
Oh, I thought that's what.
No, that's not what the maximum
What?
is.
Okay, all right.
Hey, that's not how I thought about
I'm
it.
confusing.
That's not how I
I
thought
thought
about
the
it.
max was like anything over this number is like I'm good
Yeah,
off.
101 is a
Yeah.
wrap.
Because that was a minimum to fuck with him. So what is the maximum?
I mean, like, I
I
was
feel
saying,
like
like,
he more confused than everybody else.
okay,
like,
so
to
I'm
work
saying,
with
so
him.
like, in the way how I thought about it was like, it's a range. Like, sick, like, you gotta have like this range.
I mean, you can have a
So the
range.
minimum, no more than.
yeah. Like,
Wait, huh?
No, that's
I
not
feel
right.
like
don't
you
make
can
sense,
have a
bro.
range if
It
you
makes
like
sense
to
in
have
my
a
head.
range.
Range
No,
is-
I don't have a range.
Like,
cut
if we're
off.
saying, okay, so hypothetically
Hypothetically,
saying that like the max was something like 75, right? That means from 10 to 75, that's
Is a
that-
range.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
minimum maximum. Like I don't know what you was doing in math class, bro. But
Hey, so I'm like, I tell everybody,
brought these
I'm gonna tell
numbers?
everybody this. Senior year,
got B?
my basketball coach was my pre-cal teacher. I had a B all year long.
man,
He loved you.
Yeah, that nigga got mad when they put
Hey,
the letters in
oh,
that
God.
shit.
Shout out.
what is X?
Shut
Nigga,
up.
what is Malcolm?
Hey,
Say Malcolm.
Oh, hey,
This is not
I don't
English,
remember
nigga.
nothing from
ABC.
pre-cal. When I got to college and I had to take algebra 2, I was so confused. I don't know how I got to be in that
Yo,
either.
coach did you bad.
Um,
bro.
It was like, you gonna be
can
an athlete.
take
Don't worry
algebra
about
too.
it.
Freshman year.
Lying.
Freshman year college, you
Just
take
run
algebra 2.
fast. You got it.
Matter of fact, I'm good at math until they add letters to it.
Okay, so you're not good at math.
No, that's not
Yeah.
math. That's a different type of math. That when they see the thing is, I'm dyslexic, so when they start adding letters to it, it confused me.
Wait, no, that's called.
Listen, I don't want to be on this depressing
about to
stuff no
say
more.
Nah, it's the letters. It's the letters that
I was
fuck me
thinking
up.
too-
It's the
too hard.
word for. It's the
Okay.
word things that
Yeah,
when they put the
I got
words in math, when they mix words in math, it don't.
Words?
Yeah.
Why does
Yeah.
that?
X plus B. I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm like, why is there letters?
Yeah, why does Y equal
Bro,
anything?
speaking
Right?
of
Why does I
letters.
have to? Okay,
Speaking
but
of
anyway.
letters,
back to the
my
max.
MEAX.
Oh,
I'm tired of this man, bro. Oh my god,
Hey, it
bro.
just took me longer, bro.
Bro,
This
I'm tired of
time,
you. I'm tired of you,
We
bro.
don't
I'm
want
tired of
Lily to
you.
know.
I'm tired of you, bro. Listen, my max, it gets psychological, right? My
Yeah.
max is, it would be like from 90 to 100. And the reason why,
that's a clip.
man, somebody get this man a muzzle. My max is from 90 to 100 because I feel like psychologically, once you get into triple digits, there's a reason why you were having sex with that many people, especially if you're in your 20s. You feel me?
They were
Like,
selling pussy.
I don't
Or
think
that
that's
may
what
be
it
a
is.
reason,
I'm
It could
kidding.
be attention. It could be.
but there's still a
Negativity.
reason. There's still something that you're looking for. You
Trauma.
feel me? Like you're
Daddy
still looking for
issues.
something.
Mommy
And at the end of the
issues.
day, when it gets down to it, I don't know if I can provide that. Like what you're looking for, especially if it's
I'm not
outside of
that
just
bad.
like
Sean, it's not your job to provide it. J. Cole said she don't want to be saved.
that is true. But like I was saying, I'm thinking about this in the prospect of dating, not just having sex. So if I'm dating somebody and like we're talking about dating and they're telling me that they have over 100 bodies, I am immediately thinking like, what were you searching for when you were having sex with these people that you couldn't find over and over and over and over again? But and then you kept searching for it and you kept searching for it because like, if you still searching for it, then we don't need to do this at all. And that's how I feel.
Okay.
Respect.
So,
I feel like, yeah. I don't have much to add on that one.
so
You
know-
on a Supermax contract.
If we
when we in college, right? You know, people do a lot of drugs and shit.
a lot of
Smoke a bunch
drugs,
of
a
weed,
lot of parties,
drink a lot of alcohol,
a lot of frat
And
I
parties.
can only accept so many orgy stories, bro.
and stuff like that. So like my philosophy is like this. I don't ask because I can't answer that fucking question. If,
True. I
if
can't.
you ask me,
I stopped counting in high school.
How many bodies you? I'm
In
like,
high school?
but
Boy, your daddy need to whoop your
So-
ass again.
so
My dad had to talk with me at 16. I was
So-
like, why?
my
and then
situation
you found out why.
is I was 13 when I lost my virginity, and I went to college at 16. So I just have like a particular experience. And then like everybody I looked up to when I was young, well, everybody lost their virginity at 12. And like so like 13 was like, ah, nigga, you just getting in the door, man. I was late. I was late.
Late
So,
bloomer.
and then on top of that, my stories, it's funny. I hear this all the time, right? Oh, this story's wild. Story's wild. Oh, my story's wild. I got some people you can meet. Those stories wild. It's funny. I was hanging out with my partners just the other day, like my partners who I grew up with, right? And one of my partners' older brother was like, this nigga was like a god to us, cause his stories was just so crazy. His stories was like, yeah, I went and talked to this chick for 30 minutes, knocked her down in the car, and then went back into the party. like, and it was that. It was like that. It was like, so damn, that's crazy. So like meeting a chick and talking for like 3 hours and having sex was like, yeah, nigga, it took a whole 3 hours. You know what I'm saying?
That's how. Really?
That's how
You
it
ain't never had a
conditioned-
10-minute conversation?
That's how I conditioned my mind. Nigga, I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying that's how I conditioned
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
So like I have to kind of extend that on the other
Niggas
side.
be speed dating for real.
That's like speed. You just speed fucking. You just
Ain't nothing
on a
wrong with that.
mission.
Well, like at that point, it's just like, yo, I'm geeked up. You geeked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. But so like I couldn't answer that question, right? But I'll say it like this. If it's I don't know where too many is, right? And to return to something that was said earlier, you said it. So like, women with children, some of them, that shit is still excellent. Like when I say excellent,
He said it got
I mean
better.
like
Deal.
better than shawty who don't have no babies.
Okay,
Like,
so my question on the women's side, right? Is there an amount of children that you won't go past? Since like is
I
there,
haven't
is there,
read
is there
into it yet, and I
is there-
haven't thought about that.
okay?
So like,
Wait.
Yeah,
because
that-
like, no. Here's the philosophy behind that, right? Because like, somebody ran into you and saw that you had 2 kids, and then was like, "Nah, I gotta stick it out."
I'm still going.
I'm still going. And then somebody ran into you and saw you had 3 kids. It was like, I just can't get out.
Wait, hold on. You know how she got to 3, right? Anyway, so what
okay,
I was
keep going,
saying,
keep
right, is that like, one, that's too far to be like, oh, you had a whole baby, but that don't mean Shawty
No.
could have better pussy than
I was-
all of your chicks who have no kids.
I wasn't saying that though, but
What I'm
continue.
saying is that that's a part of it.
No, I was saying that like I don't like if you have kids, then I officially
You're not a virgin.
No,
Yeah.
you
We know
count
you
that
was
body.
like we know you was fucking
That
because you
body is
had
counted.
kids. That body
But
is counted because
all
you
the
had
other
babies.
that's like
bodies
3
are
kids.
counted bodies 'cause
Like
you
take
don't
that
know.
and say everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody knows.
One. Okay, anyway, I'm it just blows my mind. But anyway, so aside from that, right? So I wanted to make that point because it's like some of the mothers I've dealt with, I'm like, I know you got like 500. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you like, and I didn't know when I first met them, but just getting to know them over time, like, okay. I know what's going on
I
here.
know exactly.
So, like,
500 is crazy. I just want to stop there.
I mean, if a nigga can have 500 at this age, it's like,
Bro, what?
I
Bro,
think 500.
Okay,
Bro,
so like,
pretty
all right, so are we
Trump.
speculating that some of us have 500 bodies?
no.
She
no,
had, hold on.
I'm
She
saying
also
I
had
know
all
niggas
those. She had a
who I
plethora of
believe.
bodies to be a
Like,
porn
bro,
star.
I got a partner. You can look at his phone right now. This nigga
Oh,
got
no.
35 open conversations. 35. And no. Them conversations ain't open because he ain't executing, nigga. There's a 35 like shit. Which one tonight?
That
and he's
is-
gonna go get more
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
And so like,
Hey,
just
kudos to that nigga, bro.
I know some of them men.
I don't think you can have that many options.
Make sure
Hey.
y'all wear condoms.
Please get
Hey,
tested.
good. I used to be one of them guys, but I can't keep. I ain't got
35
the
is-
patience
yeah,
for that
that's-
anymore.
that's
working hard for me,
maintain.
nigga. 35?
I ain't got the
In my
patience.
greatest
for that,
day
bro.
back when I was
Side
single.
Bro,
Nah, it
five
wasn't
was a lot.
35. I promise you, I would text on a regular basis 2, 3 because I wouldn't have the memory or the bandwidth to talk to all 35.
I feel like the most that I can keep on a roster is 3.
3?
Nah. Starting
3.
5 is
Yeah, no, I got
how it
the
go.
5.
No, after
And then you only
3.
talk to 3 of them.
I mean, my numbers got up higher, but not 35. Like, 35.
I've
But
gotten
like,
to double
damn,
digits
We're
before.
talking about reoccurring like situations. You feel
Yeah,
me?
like
like
Oh.
reoccurring, like
on
you know
the
what I'm saying, like
roster.
you know what I'm saying.
Like,
Monday, Tuesday, I might rest. Wednesday, I'm gonna hit her. Thursday, I'm gonna hit her.
so,
you know what I'm
still,
saying?
so yeah.
Yeah,
So, like-
I got to double digits before.
Bro,
Oh man,
Bro,
Like,
I got a partner.
not
This nigga would come to show his
regularly,
phone
bro.
right
That's
now.
crazy.
His shit would be like, yeah, she keep on texting me.
What's the next?
I don't know why
Next
she. Bro, so that's my
So you mean to tell
perspective.
me ain't nobody here has had a double digit roster before?
No, I don't need that much.
I'm just saying no cap.
I
That's
don't
all I'm
need
saying.
that.
No cap. There's no cap.
Nah, bro.
There's a minimum with
I
no
grew
cap.
up on the starting 5. Like the starting 5, like my pops was like, you don't need more than 5 because like more than 5, you're gonna start mixing them up. You're gonna start fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's because you never
He
slipped
gotta
on your
believe in
pimping.
himself.
Exactly. Your pop say believe in
I
himself.
fuck up all the time. I say
Hey, look,
nigga name.
all I know is my pop said keep as many as you can handle.
Why did he say that?
You don't know my pops.
What was that?
Hey,
Sean laughing because he know my
Hey,
pops.
yo, man. Hey, we gotta move on, bro. We gonna talk about this too long.
My dad never said anything like that. My dad was like, yeah, you find you one good woman. I was like,
Hey, my
you
pops
reached the
told
age you were like,
my
he was
pops
right.
told my pops
I
told
knew
me
he
he
was right the
said
whole time.
you young and there's no
Wow.
reason why you should be settling down with one woman.
My dad told me don't let them stick the tip in because it's never just a tip. And then he also said it only takes one sperm and one egg. Wear a
Damn.
condom. Those
My
are
dad told
two.
me get that money. Fuck
Period.
everything else.
Hey, look, let's go ahead and while we was because like obviously
baby.
we're still in the realms. We're still in the realms of promiscuity.
Promiscuity.
Hey,
so-
just
so-
stop.
It's an amendment to me.
So we gonna segue over to Mocha Fest, man. Mocha
Oh,
Fest,
straight out of Houston.
Yeah, Mocha Fest straight out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? It was this past
H-time.
weekend.
It go down.
It was the weekend of April.
Them girls
They call it
27th
Splash
through the
Town for a
30th.
reason.
Them girls was traveling.
Yeah. It was the weekend of April 27th through the 30th. Right before we got into the month of May.
Mm.
And
April
those-
showers
Yeah.
bring May flowers.
Yeah, and it's a couple of them are pregnant right now. But anyways, Mocha Fest apparently they wanted to end it. They wanted to end April off with, a bang, with a nice little bang. You know,
You bang.
people were
Oh.
young men
People
were
were
getting
banging.
slopped off. Openly on camera, it was just like Freaknik all over again.
Oh no! Don't just make it about the win. Women were also getting slopped
Women
off.
were getting
Snobs
slopped
were
off
slobbed.
by women.
I don't know why
Women
you keep
and
saying
men.
slopped out. They were getting head. It's like, the fuck?
Oh no! He
Snobs
started
were
with the slopped
slobbed.
off. I just want to continue
And
the
nobody
trade.
ever clarified.
One woman
Oral sex,
was
guys.
on the
Fellatio.
man's shoulders.
Yeah.
He was carrying her around,
Or
eating
cunnilingus.
her out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So-
The other woman, the woman on woman, she was going crazy.
She was going.
A lot of women said
dumb.
it didn't look like it felt good. You know what I'm saying?
She was like,
She was, it was like
She was
stupid.
like
She had an earring in the coochie.
Like
She was
she was
playing.
eating something. She was like, like, too much teeth.
Hey, so check it. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? No filter. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was at Mocha Fest and that shit was going down while you was there, would you have participated?
No.
I might have.
STDs.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It
All right,
depends.
bro.
It depends on how
I might
fucked
kiss
up
a
I
bit.
was.
I might kiss a couple bitches.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love to see that. But anyway,
So the question is, would you
Would you
be
put
the
the-
eaten or the eater?
So,
oh yes.
so let me. I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
I want Sean's question answered. E10 or the eater?
I mean, Eli, would you be the eaten or the
nigga,
eater?
talking to them.
It's everybody.
Oh, it's everybody. I didn't know.
I'm very prude around people that I'm not that comfortable with, and that sounds like a lot of bodies and people that I
Bodies,
don't know.
bodies.
But if I had
Bodies?
to choose, I think I'm the eater.
No.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm for sure choosing to be the eaten.
Oh God! Can I be the meal of choice that night?
Nah, bro. Yo, that's too many bodies for me. That's too many things going on at one time. You just ate this girl's pussy. Now you trying to come eat mine. You was just sucking. Nah.
You gotta choose.
You gotta choose.
I'm a
You ain't-
choose alcoholic.
No, you're being held at gunpoint right now. You have to choose.
You gotta
I'm
either
being
be
gunpoint
eaten.
too. 'cause yeah,
Dog eat, dog eat, dog
Look. I'm about to nuance the fuck out this, right? So
Finna hit her with this
me-
pillow.
Me and my significant
Me-
other went
me
to
and
Mocha
my
Fest,
bitch.
right? They can eat my pussy. And that's
Hey,
it.
She said that she gonna be the eaten.
She's
Finna
gonna
get
be
pops.
eaten. She's gonna be eaten. Then she says
She's gonna be the eaten.
Eaten by
Eli,
one
before you go into
person.
your point, will you be the eater or the eaten?
Get my dick sucked. Whatever.
I don't trust people's mouths, but I guess you shouldn't trust people's coochies either.
Bro.
You shouldn't trust a motherfucker as far
I
as you
think
can
I
throw.
would rather.
I mean, hypothetically, right? If you're there and you eat some pussy and she has HPV, boom, throat cancer. So like, I'm getting my dick sucked.
Yeah, but if I let somebody eat my coochie and then I get like BV, or then
Herpes.
and then I still. I mean, either way,
So, I mean,
I think if we're talking about
I like
pleasure
that.
and having fun versus like me being worried about the side effects, I think I would enjoy eating.
So, Eli, your point.
By that.
anyway,
Hey, Teddy,
Where's the pussy?
I
Where's the
respect for you.
dick?
I respect you for that. Go ahead.
Eli,
I don't
We're
feel
talking
like
about
getting
having
into the
fun. Yeah, that's it.
nitty-gritty about
Put it
viruses
in
and
my
shit.
bag.
We don't need to go down there.
Yeah,
Please
no,
don't.
it's-
we don't
it's
even have
too
enough
much.
time for
They're
that.
already dealing with that at Mocha Fest.
Eli, your point.
Okay,
Please.
so like, would I be in a public setting
Getting slobbed on.
and get my dick sucked. I'm not about to say slobbed on. I don't say that shit.
I was getting some.
He said, I'm a
Knob
man.
on my knob, like court on the top.
and if I remember, it was like 3 chicks, right?
It was two.
Okay.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
I'm just saying. So, like, if I was at Mocha Fest, that would mean it's 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, because I'm in a relationship. But if it was like years ago, right?
Last year.
Disclaimer.
I might be the nigga on Twitter. Like, I might be the nigga.
So here's my thing. Can I ask, because I hadn't heard about this Mocha Fest thing until y'all brought it to me.
Wait,
So
why
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
I
yeah.
invited?
I went.
So really,
No, I was at
I'm
work.
letting you know. So my thing is, are we sure this wasn't
I
like
was
a content
recording.
thing? Because when Freaknik
Oh
was
no
a
no
thing,
no.
Freaknik was for the sake of like just having a good time and things like that. But was
They
this
had
like an
too much of a good time,
OnlyFans party?
It was a bunch of people that were drunk. And then, like, randomly in the crowd in random spaces, because it wasn't like everybody was doing it. It was like in random spaces in like a crowd, like it was like a not that big of a pool, and there was like 1,000 people, like
Yeah.
over 1,000
But this
people.
wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't
Well,
planned.
no, you know how it go.
I mean, like the
It was,
party
it was on
person
even
did it.
time.
And then other people started.
Yeah, it
doing
was
Yeah.
Freaknik
It wasn't
2.0.
like-
It was like, we can get our dick sucked in here.
But like,
Yeah,
no,
we should've started pulling up cameras.
Like, they was the only ones that was sucking dick. Everybody else was eating pussy. They
Yeah.
was the only ones that were just like, man, it's all inclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bring the dicks
And that's
out.
why we
Yeah,
like
bring-
inclusion.
you know what
It was
I'm
like a Sukihana
Inclu-
music video.
Bring-
No, I'm talking about.
But check
I
it.
didn't hear
So,
that. I didn't hear what you.
I want to get
I
into.
don't know.
I want to get into the. I
we
want to
gotta
get into the
watch it.
thought tips real quick before we go into our main topic.
thought tip number 1.
But before we do, I'm gonna let y'all go first. I'm gonna go last. I learned my lesson last week. Before we do, I just want to say, do you know how mad you gotta be to build a bow and arrow so you can stab somebody from a distance? Because that's essentially what a bow and arrow is.
I love bow and arrow.
It's a
I would
long
love to
distance
learn
Because you love to
archery.
stab people from a distance.
No, I just think archery is a
You're
very
crazy.
like that's
No,
a dope ass skill when you're talking about apocalypse and shit.
Somebody
Somebody
was
was like archery.
Somebody
I
literally
used
was
to
like,
watch you
I want to stab this man.
But I don't want
But
to be
he's
close.
I
too
don't want to be
far.
close to him.
Yeah.
He looked like he could fight.
But there's
So,
more to
like,
archery
it
than
wasn't
just
like that, bro. Niggas was like, okay, so I got.
Why is he ruining it?
person.
Or this animal.
Why is he ruining
Get
it?
over here.
Don't you think
This is-
blow darts came first? I would imagine the blow
darts.
The blow darts came and then archery.
I'd imagine.
So, like,
You're
there was a
poisoning
joke
people.
there, but we're going to leave it alone.
You know what? Let's go ahead and get to the thought tips. Who want to go first? Alia.
Ladies,
Okay. Now.
ladies.
Yeah.
Just because a man comes inside you does not mean you gotta have his children.
Okay.
Pop that Plan B or the Ella.
Well,
But hold on.
that's the gospel right there.
But let it be known though, ladies, keep track of your cycle because that shit do not work if you're ovulating, boo boo. It does not.
Or
Well,
if you're
also
above
your
a certain
weight.
height, take
The
2.
weight, right?
Right.
Weight.
And also,
Hey, listen, take 3 just in case. Fuck it.
If you're above a certain height and weight, take 2.
and also understand where you are. Know the laws of where you are because if you find yourself in a situation with an unwanted pregnancy, maybe you might not be able to get that procedure.
No, you might not be able to like
Murder
not have
that
a
kid.
hanger do it, but
Yo, I wasn't gonna go there.
So
but
check it. Who want to go next,
Y'all.
bro?
That's it.
If you're at a pool party and you're getting your dick sucked and you see cameras pulled out, put your dick up.
Put your dick up. Stop sucking dick.
Or look the other way so your girlfriend don't see you.
wait. Y'all have the awareness in that kind of situation to be like, oh, camera,
Yeah, because
camera.
a lot of these people are drunk.
Put the
They're
mask
like-
back
Like,
on.
oh,
Oh no, bro!
I'm
Like
like,
I
bro,
feel like
hey,
I
my
got a
man
real
Sean-
recognizable
My man
face,
Sean
and I
said
don't
he
wanna
a
be
real
on
P.
Twitter.
I feel like
My
a
man
lack
Sean
of
said he a
awareness
real
is what
P,
got
and
me
he
in
ain't
there.
never getting caught lacking.
Look, no, if I'm at a party getting some head in front of everybody, it's a lack of awareness that got me there.
I feel
I'm
that.
suddenly
That's
wisen up
I
like,
feel-
Put my dick up. Put my dick
It's
up.
like shit, cheesing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't even, I'm not focused on the fucking camera. I'm getting my chin. Okay,
Not fucking-
all right, you know what?
Hey, nah,
I'm
bro.
just weird, dude.
This nigga's like, not only am I getting my dick sucked, but this bitch might just make me nut.
Oh my god, I'm trying to. I'm like,
Said I'm focused on the thought.
I
just nutted in front of 1,000 people, bro.
Teddy
I
Hilton.
personally wouldn't have a problem with that.
Is she real? She gonna swallow it?
Is she real? She gonna let me paint her face.
Stupid. She gonna swallow.
She gonna let me paint her face.
Bro, okay,
In the
again.
crowd. In the
Crowd
crowd
of people, and I'm getting my. We both made a decision here.
I'm gonna finish.
She will wear your nut proudly.
Oh
Maybe.
man.
Thank you.
Hey, nah,
What if she
but
red?
like also if she walk around a pool party with your nut on her face, like,
I was just gonna
that might
say
just be a
that.
little like.
No. If
Like,
y'all let her get in the pool,
Gross.
y'all niggas are terrible. Exactly. The only option is really like, come on, finish. Like, dude.
Oh no.
Exactly. Like, yeah. When you think about it, it's wild.
You know you got
It's really wild.
No, but go ahead. We're listening.
Eli, Teddy. Which one of
I
y'all
wonder
going
if he spread
next?
the nut between both girls.
Bro, all right. We're done. We're done.
Hey,
Move
Eli,
on.
Teddy. Who's going
It's
next?
Teddy.
I lost mine. I lost
Damn,
mine. I
Teddy.
got caught in it, but I'll bring it back.
Bring it back.
Okay, so I don't want to hear any comments about irony or anything, but if you're out here, you're doing your thing, wrap it up.
Yes,
I feel like that's
I agree.
Don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Whap your willy.
Yeah, go ahead and make a budget for condoms. Don't be like, oh shit, I didn't stop by the
Wear
convenience.
condoms that
Take your ass to the
fit
store.
too.
Hey, bro. Hey, nah, real talk, bro. Texas is trying to get everybody pregnant, bro. Condoms is $7 at the corner store now. That shit crazy.
Nigga,
Oh, you buy
That's
them
cheap
bulk.
as
And you
fuck.
also buy them
$8.
online.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, bro,
I
y'all
remember
tripping. They used to be like $4.
No,
like
no,
for a
fuck that.
pack.
You
$4
get a
32
single for
cents.
$1.
Back in 1980.
Exactly.
No,
No.
back in 2018.
Yeah.
Right, recently, you could get a single for $1.
nigga just snitched on
Them hoes
himself.
like $2-3
My
right
nigga said
now.
5 years ago when I used to.
So mine is lube. I feel like I've been seeing some discourse online about lubricant and people being embarrassed about using it, and I think that is so silly because like you can start off being really wet, and then if you go so hard and so long enough, you might need a little help. Don't be ashamed of that.
Yep.
I also used to carry like little travel size lubes and condoms and stuff. Like I think that women should have those. They also make different type of insertable. You could put
True.
like the insertable lube inside you. Like just don't go without lube, especially if you're having like anal intercourse. Don't just raw dog that. Saliva's not enough. Don't do that to yourself.
I
Lube.
heard
Wow.
frozen
I'm a
coconut
lube
oil
girl.
could be beneficial.
You do
I
anal?
love coconut oil.
So I'm gonna
with toys
return.
only.
So I'm gonna return to my condoms comment because she added a good point that I didn't
Jesus.
point out.
Lord.
Put lube on the inside of the condom changes the whole thing. It's like you're not even wearing a condom.
I never thought about that.
Well,
Is
no,
that,
no.
is that safe though? Does that?
What?
Okay, so if you're gonna do that, make sure you're using the right kind of lube. Because if you use a lube that's not for like like
Right, you can
there's
break down
lube
the
for
condom.
toys, there's lube for sex, there's lube for like play.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's different. Because I want to say you can't use like oil.
You can break
based-
down a
No, yeah,
condom.
you
For
use water.
condom.
Use water based, but
So,
I didn't even think about that fact because it just kind
You
of
start ripping condoms left and
Right.
right. Now you
Start
mad.
breaking
But
down
yeah,
the
so-
condom.
put a little bit of
These
lube on the
motherfuckers
inside.
is spitting knowledge. I ain't know none of this shit.
Nah, I didn't know that, and when I,
I just don't
learned
use
it,
condoms.
I learned this shit from
Don't
a
talk about it.
Planned Parenthood representative.
As you
They-
should.
they that's who told me. So they were like, yeah, next time you're having sex, put some lube on the inside of the condom. I was like,
I've never
The
thought
fuck?
about that.
stupid ass nigga. Fuck.
But then that would make it more slippery, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
But if you get in the right size condom, it's gonna stay on.
Fact.
That's not. Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Like
gonna say,
she was
that's
talking
not
about
the point,
slippery,
but-
like it's slipping off. That's not gonna happen.
Oh
if you
no,
get the
That's
right
what I'm
size
saying,
condom.
like,
it's
slipping
not
off.
about to. It's not about to
Okay.
slip off.
Yeah, you gotta get the right size.
Unless you buying
When
condoms
you
that's too
said
big
that,
for you.
the first time I was just like, "What the fuck? That's not a consideration."
Oh,
Like,
another
but
one
yeah.
is don't brush your teeth so quickly, like so quickly after oral sex, and don't brush your teeth so soon right before you have sex because it makes you more susceptible.
To diseases.
Your pores are open. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
Okay, now I'm done with my.
Teddy with the dropping facts.
Wow.
I love sex
Damn,
education.
I don't even want to
We
go.
need better sex health.
I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go. I don't even want to go. So check it. I don't want to go. Oh shit! Y'all was dropping some gems.
You got time though.
Appreciate
I do got some time.
You about to get on the phone. be
Uh,
like, "Hey,
speaking
baby."
of time, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make one up on the spot. Hey, we gonna drop a quick take mix real quick. But time, right, fellas, and ladies, time, right. We're gonna go with that word time. Time is a beautiful thing, right? Just because that person didn't give you the time of day then, don't mean they won't give you the time of day now.
I don't know about that.
Nah.
That's true. People grow.
People grow, people change. You feel me? So if she ain't give you the time of day in high school, if he ain't give you the time of day in high school, go ahead and spin a block on them. Spin a block on them now that you're adults.
3
Let them
times.
see that you've progressed and leveled up. Fuck them and then never talk to them again.
Just
With
like
condoms
that.
and lube.
Just like that.
And if you
Just
don't
like
use the condoms
rock-
and plan
rock
B or
they
L.
world. Make sure they never forget you.
So
And
this
then
is the
forget
time.
them.
This is the time. This is the time. Remember
That's
how last
crazy.
episode I said don't give out 100% dick. This is the time. This is one of those times where you give out 125% dick and 125% coochie. This is the perfect time, the perfect prime example.
But also use a condom because that make
Or
sure
not,
you use a,
you know?
make sure you use a condom because you don't want to be, you know what I'm saying,
That's
stuck
why.
with some revenge coochie for the rest of your life.
Damn.
Revenge
I
coochie.
don't think that.
Damn.
That was crazy.
Nigga said, I
Yo.
spent the block.
Oh,
I was just trying to
revenge.
fuck one time, man. Fuck.
And now I got a
Whole
mini
time
me.
it was too good.
I got me a mini
Nah,
me.
what if it was
I
mid?
feel like-
Oh, man.
It probably
With
will
some
be
mid for the
mid.
rest
It
of your
probably
life?
will be.
Damn.
You got to marry the mid?
But that's on you. You looked at a person that you were attracted to 10 years ago and was like, I still gotta have that coochie.
And that's how I felt
And
about
you
it.
deserve to.
That's how I
You
felt
deserve
about
to
it.
get
I'm
stuck
like,
with that.
why would you spend the block? Nigga, that's high school.
Like,
True.
how many
Hey,
people have you met
so you
since
can't-
then?
hold on.
No,
So,
but
hold on,
if
hold
she
on,
was
hold on.
fine in high
Hold on.
school, and she's still fine
And
now.
she still, I'm talking about she was fine in high school.
But you just
and
wanna
she ain't did
fucking-
nothing but get finer.
But you just wanna fucking
You know how
go?
many fine women I met in college?
What
The
is she
fuck?
finding than the fine women that you met in college?
Nigga, yes. That's more of a.
No, he said,
All right.
what if?
You said what if?
What if she's finer than the fine women that you met in college?
You ain't go to enough colleges.
What if your hometown hero?
My
What
brother
if
was
your
in
hometown hero was the baddest bitch you ever met?
I'm talking about visiting. You didn't visit enough colleges.
Listen,
you go
what if-
to enough college campuses,
if-
especially Southern. You gonna find you some
Hey, especially Southern. What if your hometown hero was the best you ever met? And
Damn.
she throws
Baby, you my
not
everything.
And
You
you
all
still
I
just
ever
want to
wanted?
fuck her
You know
and
what they
go.
say about fish,
That's
right?
crazy.
I mean, that's,
Your
There's
whole.
plenty of them in the sea.
Yeah.
I think it's loser.
Hey, look, check it,
behavior.
Ain't
man.
no one
niggas
fish
know
out there
that
that
brother
ain't
like,
never
so
been
one
another
time
fish
is
like
fine
that.
with me.
No.
Y'all don't listen to Drake? No.
I heard you,
Sorry.
brother. hey. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into the main topic. We talked enough about sex today.
Y'all was wild at Mocha Fest. All right, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and get into social media and talk about how Mocha Fest made its way there.
God.
So, what my first question to y'all is, how has social media impacted the way we communicate and interact with each other?
People can't have sex in public no more.
That doesn't
Okay.
answer my fucking question, Sean. I almost threw this mic at this nigga. The way we communicate,
Yeah.
I'm about to pop you with this.
Okay. If I had to be his lawyer right now, I'll give you the
I'm about to pop you too.
The
I'm about
bystander.
to pop
No,
you
wait,
too.
wait, wait,
Anybody else want to side with this
The
nigga?
bystander effect. That's the only thing
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
turn her
him.
mic out.
Maybe you deserve it.
Nobody.
The question was, how does social media affect how we communicate today?
Yeah, how does it impact?
I feel like because of social media, unless you're just really good at communication interpersonally, face to face, I feel like social media and just communicating over a cellular network or spaces in general blunts in-person conversation. I feel like just like how some people will be like, oh my gosh, I'm super bad at texting, I prefer to talk in person or whatnot. I feel like there is also a healthy amount of people that are like, yeah, I can't do the in-person thing. So we literally just talked about this. So it's like it's mediated through online, you know? Like sometimes communication is enhanced by social media because people feel like they can detach themselves in a
Put
way.
the camera on Aaliyah.
And also on the negative aspect,
On her and Eli.
because
It's on
it's
her and Eli.
blunted. Jesus, lose my train of thought. Because it's blunted via social media, when you get in person, it's kind of like you freeze and forget how to be a human. That makes sense. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does.
Okay. I feel you. I think to add on to that, like, because what you're saying to me sounds more like anxiety, like when people are so anxious to talk to people in person. But I feel like social media has added to that anxiety.
Right. Or like, and also I feel like social media has emboldened a lot of people to say what they wouldn't say to somebody in person. Like that's where the whole notion of like Twitter gangsters, Twitter fingers.
Turn to trigger fingers. Oh, trigger fingers. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
You get invited by a singing
like,
nigga.
I feel like social media has like emboldened a lot of people because they're behind a screen or they're behind a phone. So it could be positive or negative.
So for me, I want to say that social, not just social media, but like the internet in general. The internet, because social media is the internet.
Right.
It's made our big world a lot
Bigger.
smaller.
Oh.
But I think it makes small worlds bigger too.
That is true, and vice versa.
People
You
on
can
Amazon
now communicate with somebody on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Like I'm well traveled myself, and like I build anytime I go out the country, I make connections with people, and like I still communicate with people that I've met in Barbados, Costa Rica, throughout the Caribbeans, overseas, and like it's just like it makes a small world big and a big world.
You trying to get that visa off you, bro?
They probably are, and if you cute enough, I might not trip off of it.
Target.
Crazy tricking.
My man T.I. said if it ain't tricking if you got it.
That is what he said. I feel like social media has definitely made specifically like the dating game and communication within like dating like crazy because it's like a lot of times it's like with certain like people they're unable, and it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, what Ali was saying, they're unable to have like in-person conversations anymore and unable to have like be in a setting with a whole bunch of people and they'll be in a setting with a whole bunch of people and be detached from all those people because the only communication they know is on their phone tapping at a keyboard. Right. They don't know how to talk to a person that's right next to them. They don't know how to walk up to somebody and ask them what their name is. They wouldn't know what to do if somebody walked up to them and asked them what their favorite color was because they just
like I'll text
so
detached.
So would you say that social media is ruining our interpersonal communication and our interpersonal communication when it comes to talking face to face?
I definitely feel like it is like having a deep effect, but I feel like ruining is going too far. I feel like the people who still want to have those skills, like the skills to be able to communicate with other humans, like in person, the people who want to still have those skills, they still have those skills, and those people are prospering right now. You feel me?
True.
Those people are walking up to people every day and meeting new people because nobody else is, and the people that they're meeting are surprised that they even walked up to them because nobody's walking up to anybody anymore. People are just staring at people from across the room and then waiting until they find them on Instagram to follow them. You feel me? Like
so I think go ahead. No, I talked a lot. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think it's been a net negative as far as the social interaction and communication, because it's allowed lies to spread even farther and faster. And from my observation, that's like the principal thing that undermines our ability to communicate with one another, is that a lot of people are observing lies, then basing a false perception of reality off of these lies, and then going out there and trying to interact with people based on this false perception of reality.
Do you have an example?
So the classic example is watching people's relationships on Instagram, for example, and then imagining your relationship that you need to be in is supposed to be like that.
Right.
When the reality of their relationship isn't even actually presented to you.
True.
It's something that's being marketed to you so they can sell a product or something like that.
But,
or even outside of that, even sometimes people just cap so that people would think things about their relationship that's not true. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Or kind of like going off what you're saying, how people kind of create an image for themselves, like on social media.
That's not really them. Yeah.
Right. And so a lot of times people are interacting with people based on the image that they portray on social media, and that image might not always be correct.
Yeah, when they
Very
get
much so.
when they're actually in person, they're just completely different.
Right.
It's a lot harder to hide your personality in person
Facts.
than it is over social media.
Mhm.
And so by people lying and capping about who they are, it leads to other people lying and capping about who they are. So it becomes this cascade effect. And that's what I'm saying is what undermines our social communication and interaction.
Have you answered the question?
No, I think that I've been trying to be more aware about like being ableist, and what we forget sometimes is just like people who can't leave their homes, or people who like not just have crippling anxiety but like physically can't leave their homes. They're connecting to other people through social media in ways that we'll never understand, you know. I think like in the future we're gonna have more like people are so fixated on AI technology and stuff, but like there
That
are
shit's the truth.
That's true.
yeah, but there's like intimacy. There are people who their job is to be intimate with people through the internet. You know, you could be like the girlfriend experience. Some people really fucking need that. Some people can't really form those connections in real life, so they're satisfied through those means. And I don't think that it's hurting anybody. I think even when you say like you or both of you guys, I guess really like if you're saying people are capping on the internet, like they might present themselves as a certain type of person, but then people perceive them and want to treat them that way. That's on them, really. That's like if you saw my social media, because like I look at my Facebook, my Instagram is like pictures of my hands and like my dogs, like, and then my titties every once in a while. If you looked at my Instagram and you came up to me and was like, "That's all I'm gonna talk about," that's on you, because you could have just talked to me. We could have had a conversation and you could have got to know me. So
I feel that.
Okay.
yeah.
Hands,
I felt
dogs,
that
and
with
titties.
my social
Talk-
media.
So
Yeah.
Check it.
that's
Oh, you got something to say?
not how humans work. Just long story short, without explaining it in too much depth. That's the reason why, so like marketing, for example, right? Marketing is a science. It's not just people trying shit and throwing
It's
it
not
against the
math?
wall. It's not math, but
Oh, I'm
it is
thinking
a science. I mean, you can
that shit
apply
was math.
distributions to marketing if you want to and get the mathematic fact behind it. But marketing is a science based on, because like,
Like social interaction and shit.
no, listen. So like, the human brain has only changed so much over the it hardly changed at all over the past like what million years or something like that. So like, when people take advantage of certain realities about humans, they're actually taking advantage of the way your brain works. So like, to say your perception is on you is kind of dismissive of the fact that humans have worked a certain kind of way for a millennia. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't-
so
Yeah, yeah.
so are you
So-
trying to say? Ooh, go ahead, Ellie.
No, go ahead and respond to it so we can to our last question.
I was just gonna say, so like, it's pretty much what you're trying to say is the perception that people engage in is, the responsibility of that perception is equally
Weighted, yeah.
weighted with the person that is providing that perception. Does that make sense?
Communication is between an encoder and a decoder.
True.
It's on both sides, and both are responsible for making sure the communication is reached.
Right.
So to blame the other side for their lack of understanding and communication is actually short-sighted on the fact that you have a part to play in it.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Like, if I'm gonna make it personal to myself, like my Instagram page is very like stripper heavy. So it's like if someone just follows me on my social media and then in person they're like, "Oh my God, strip club this, strip club that, strip club this," like I can't get too upset at them over that because that is what is on my page.
Facts. All right.
See, but I have that opposite experience.
But there is more to me than just, stripper shit. So
So check it.
My bad. Go ahead.
I understand
so-
that too, Teddy.
yeah, like, I feel you, but
On to the next question about social media, right? What are like some ethical considerations surrounding social media use, such as like privacy and data protection, things like that? Because prime example, the people who were getting fellatio at Mocha Fest. Should they have been being recorded? Should they have not? Like, did that violate their privacy when it got posted on social media, et cetera, so forth and so on? What's up, Alia?
I feel like whatever you do in public is free game. That's one thing. And then I feel like if somebody wants to do the extra diligence to like blur your face out, that's just them doing you a favor. But I feel like anything that you do in public, like, don't do nothing in public that you wouldn't want people to see. Like, it's called public for a reason. But when it comes to like ethics and privacy and things of that nature, I feel like if someone sends you pictures, or if you're having a conversation, like a few episodes back, we were talking about universal code and talking about like if someone says something in the group chat and someone takes it out of the group chat. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that is unethical. Like, what's said between two people should stay between two people. I don't believe in posting conversations. I don't believe in, right, I don't believe in posting content of other people unless, you know, you have the go ahead to do that. And I don't believe that just pretty much just anything that can be compromising that was done in private should stay in private unless otherwise agreed upon to do otherwise.
I want to play devil's advocate for a quick second, right? Because you were saying what's done in public is free game, but you know what I'm saying, something that could be assumed to be a private setting should stay in a private setting. Only the people who paid to get in Mocha Fest were allowed to be in Mocha Fest. So like, in that situation, anybody who didn't pay to get in there shouldn't have saw anything that went on in there. That could have been an understanding, because this wasn't a public setting. Yeah. It was private. People paid to be a part of that.
You can say the same thing for a concert though, but no one's gonna look negatively down on someone recording a concert and posting.
I mean, the artist
concert.
would.
Yeah,
So the artist that
artists might.
Some people don't even want phones in their, you know, performances.
True.
You seen Chris Brown throw
that shit.
So the point that you made, Sean, was actually, that's pretty much what my first thing I was going to say is that brings into the question, well, then what is public and what is private? And that, as we kind of realize when we expose these things to social media, is that it's whatever people decide at that moment. And that makes it hard to actually put a distribution across and say, like, no, this is public, this is private, because everybody has their own decision on what is public and what is private.
Yeah.
And that's why it's fucking difficult and impossible.
Okay, so go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So I think about shows like Punk'd and like different prank shows. They have to get like consent forms for those things, right? So maybe if people in general just took the extra mile to be like, do you consent? Like, while I'm recording a video of some people doing some shit, maybe I need to just be like, hey, are you cool with me posting this? And
so he can be like, bro, just let me finish. Move around, bro.
I think a person in general would respect or appreciate a person asking more than not asking.
For sure.
True.
That would be more fair.
That'd be fair.
And
it would be more fair, but then you would have less things on the internet.
So I did want to say this. This is my comment to the question, right? To the question, privacy is a lie that's kind of told to us.
It is.
This idea that privacy is real. There is no such thing. You know how to actually achieve true privacy, you have to disconnect yourself.
Yeah.
True.
In order to disconnect yourself, you don't get to engage in all of this.
True.
That's true.
So bringing up the ethical concern of privacy when in the context of social media, there is none.
True.
It's just whatever these companies decide is private is whatever they decide is private. But as far as on the individual level, you don't have any real true privacy unless you actually disconnect from these systems and go live in a forest in a fucking log cabin.
Great, yeah.
Facts.
Because
all the way in Wisconsin.
I feel that, but like even like when I remember waitressing in the strip club for sure. I had times where like I tried to be the person who was watching out for the girls. And I remember one time, like a couple of girls that I knew were on stage, and a guy put out his phone, and I could see him recording the girls on stage with their titties out, and I could see it in the mirror. And I got up and went to him, and that was an issue because I was like, yeah, we're in the strip club and they have their titties out, but when the titty booty club, whatever, it was like
Titty bar.
Yeah, you know, when all that came about so many years ago, phones were not a thing. Like
This is not
you
camera
live in
phones.
that experience and you enjoy that experience as it comes. I think it is weird to not bring cameras, but I do think it's weird to record people on stage. Like, yeah, they know people are gonna see their titties, but they're not expecting it to be online.
What if it's a music video?
No, I got a better one.
It should just be consensual.
What if they saying I'm trying to show my partner so they'll pull up?
Nah, but listen, here's what it is. Here's what it
You know,
really is, bro.
Come to the strip club then.
Here's what it really is.
You don't know there's pretty girls in there with nice titties.
Like, let's take the sexuality out of it, bro.
Okay.
If you're an artist and you're trying to come up as an artist and you need money, and you understand that you've contracted yourself to a venue So people will pay money to come into the.
real quick. No, it's nothing bad, but like not just let's not limit it to artists, comedians.
Yeah,
Artist,
it's still
like,
art.
yeah, that's
You know what I'm
Art
saying?
form, but
E-
okay.
Even like
I want to be more
any,
serious.
any entertainer, you feel me?
Okay,
you
I'll apologize.
contracted yourself to a
All
venue,
artists.
so people will come in and spend money at this venue
To see.
to see you, and so you can get paid off that.
Mhm.
Anybody who's recording and sending it to anybody else, you're not getting paid off that. That's just free. You're just entertaining people for free now.
They stealing
So
your
it's like-
intellectual properties.
That's like no longer because it's just like pirating music. It's just like fucking pirating movies.
and shit.
It's just like anything else. Once you like take the consent away from the person who's doing the performance, whether it be sucking dick at a pool party, like you're taking the consent away from them and just like telling them like, yeah, now that you've done this, it don't matter. Everybody can see it. Like. You can say like, you know what I'm saying? We all understand that there's no privacy, but that doesn't make it ethically okay. You feel me?
I feel,
So,
go ahead, LA.
all right. So my question is for y'all, right? When it comes to situations like Mocha Fest Prime, we're gonna use it because it's been talked about all day. Is because like Sean said, it was a paid event, so people who weren't there shouldn't have known what was going on there, right? So in that case, should there have been like a ban on phones? You should have to leave your phone at
NDA signed.
NDAs, like
NDAs. maybe.
NDAs, ban on
With your
phones,
ticket
something
type shit, yeah.
with your ticket. Like when you purchase your ticket, you automatically agree to the non-disclosure. Like how would that like work to protect people's privacy?
I don't think you can take people's phones.
No,
Not even
definitely
take the
signed.
phones, but like leave your phone. You can't get in with the phone.
This is the
That's it.
funny
I
I
think
thing.
want to say something right quick, and this kind of might make my point a little bit jumbled up, but just kind of piggybacking off what you said, Sean, like in terms of once you take the consent away from the person performing the act, like it's no longer ethical, right? But that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier in terms of what you do in public, like it's done in public. So I feel like even if it's like a privatized event, like once you have like a certain max of people there, like how are you going to regulate? Like that's still kind of like public. In that private event, there's still a general public of people that are there. So whatever you choose to do in that space has the potential to be shown to people that are outside of that space. And so that's why I feel like you have to be very conscientious of like what you're doing, because just kind of like what you said, Eli, like unless you're going to plug all the way the fuck out, there's no such thing as privacy, especially in this realm of social media and everybody having cellular, or most people having cellular access. And
I love how she
Things
answered
like
my
that.
question without answering my question.
So like in the irony of like a piracy of a movie, right? They have a thing called a movie trailer, right?
true,
Right? And that's scenes from the actual movie, right?
right?
Yeah, so taking a picture of some titties at the strip club is not being there at the strip club. Is it?
No, it is not.
Okay. So like I get what you're saying. It sounds good. That's a good argument. But in reality and the way our society works, that's the reason why you can't have a video camera and record at the strip club is because they don't allow you to kick you out. It's not for some ethical reason. Like that's not
No, really, it's
ethical.
literally an ethical reason because you don't know what other women have going on inside the strip club. So, like, based
I
on the
think it's ethical, yeah.
yeah, it's ethical. Like, it has nothing to do with the club making money or nothing like that, because the
it goes-
club takes pictures of the girls there too. They,
Consensually though.
yeah.
Because like
For the
they're
most
but
part.
like okay, let's take a pause to see why.
Can I say?
Because they're making money off of it. You feel me? So like
Can I say?
in that if nobody like in that group is making money, then you're taking the consent of everybody in that group and just like throwing the content out there for everybody. That's fucked up. Huh? Go
I would
ahead.
also like to say if we're excluding movies, obviously, because we understand that going into movie, even though people pirate movies and record movies, it's generally understood that you're not supposed to record a moving picture, whatever.
Mhm.
But if we're talking about all these other events
Mhm.
that don't make it clear that phone
Hmm.
use is not allowed, if I'm paying to be here, if I'm paying to be at this concert, I'm gonna fucking record it. If I'm
Nah,
at a
that's
music
illegal.
festival and I see some crazy shit going on, I'm gonna fucking record it. And I feel like that's well in my right to do that.
The same as
I feel like
recording
that's
at a
tapping
strip
into the
club.
bystander
But
effect.
the
thing,
question
too,
is-
though.
The
And you
question
feel like it's
Are you
different
gonna
because
post-
she's
Are you
naked.
gonna post it?
No, I feel
Oh,
like
right.
recording a whole like somebody's whole set at a like a fucking concert is fucked up
I think it's crazy
because
too.
Right.
10 people just paid like $500 to get in here, and you finna go record this and send it to somebody for free.
Yeah, and
Because the
and
artists could have did that if they wanted.
the
to.
real argument to be made against that, the real argument to be made against what y'all said, what all y'all said, is that but they're still not here.
What do you mean?
They're
But
still
you're
not
still
here.
enjoying the experience.
The people
People
watching,
watching.
like the
but
Mocha Fest
They
thing,
didn't get the
they didn't
experience.
get the experience, and that's the reason why it's not actually unethical. It's just illegal.
Yeah, but we're living
Like-
in a time
So-
where people are being fired for having OnlyFans. They're being fired for doing sex work, and they're being fired for being engaging in things like that. And that's why I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's why the Freaknik documentary I feel like raised so many questions. Like
Hey,
because
drop that hoe. I
People's-
want to see it.
and what if you saw your mama in
wanna
it?
see
Everybody
mama in there.
I'm
like this,
bro.
Hey,
Hey,
real
no,
shit.
no.
If
Go
my mama,
deeper,
mama, if you in Freaknik, I'm flaming your ass.
Bro,
if
but
you
go
on a
deeper, bro.
documentary, I'm
Go
flaming
deeper,
your ass.
bro. Go
Don't say nothing to me about my pops being a hoe. Don't say nothing to
Damn,
me
this is
about me
personal,
being a
bro.
hoe.
personal.
If you in Freaknik, if you in Freaknik, I'm gonna point you out.
She let them
Go
go Hennessy
deeper.
on you.
Go deeper, bro. What if your mama, your auntie, your granny in that hoe, and she get fired because of it? Like that's
Yeah.
like even.
And
That's,
she was just out having a good
Oh.
time. Nobody was hurt.
It would suck.
People were just enjoying themselves.
Shit.
But
Find
that's
a
the
job.
society we decided we want to live. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Is that when we talk about privacy, it is literally a joke up to each person's own individual whim.
But
Just
that's-
like the strip club owner can say, you know what?
I'm gonna
I'll-
shoot these pics, but you
no.
can't.
No, they're just gonna allow if they want to say, hey, no, y'all can record. They're just going to allow it and then come up with a reasoning behind why it's okay.
But that's also why I was trying to say earlier, like, if you're gonna like try to do things ethically, like if I was at Mocha Fest and I seen somebody
Sucking dick.
getting slobbed up, I like saying slobbed up,
It just
right?
hit
And I
different.
took a video, and if I was like,
Power to the slob up.
I want to post this, my better brain might put an emoji over the face or something, because I understand that like this person that is actively performing fellatio might have a significant other
Fellatio.
that's not at Mocha Fest that might happen to pop on Twitter and see his gal or
girlfriend
see his
sucking dick.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
boyfriend.
That ain't your
doing
girlfriend. She
questionable
a
things.
boyfriend sucking
I feel like you
dick.
did him a favor.
Oh God. Hey, look.
Yeah.
hey,
Wait, make sure it got posted immediately because the nigga, we could have hung
What
out
if
with
he
it
at
later
Mocha
that
Fest?
day. Like,
was
damn.
he?
all in the mouth,
both
all in the mouth,
I
just with
got a
the
video
tongue.
to show
crazy.
you.
Y'all
Check
both
it.
are just
Hey, look,
wilding.
What were you saying?
I said y'all both are just wilding at that point. Why are
Bro.
y'all together? Y'all should have Mocha
Nah,
Fest
but, like-
separately.
Bro, no, they was at
Really?
Mocha Fest together and they
Oh.
got separated and she started slobbing somebody else
Well,
off.
they must have had an agreement before then. I hope.
Nah, there's no
Nah.
agreement. She was just for the street.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, look, check it. Check. Do y'all got anything to say? Anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yes, can I?
Stop Nyambati.
Can I?
Hey,
Can
look,
I?
besides
okay.
that,
Besides that, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I came up with a better thought tip. Before we go, I want to say, if you're gonna use a condom, use that tongue condom too, because there's no reason for you to get chlamydia in your mouth and not have it on your dick.
It's called a dental dam.
Yeah, dental
Bro.
dam, tongue condom. I've never seen a tongue condom.
bro, get her checked, please. Get her
Bro,
checked,
there's
bro.
no-
Get her
If you
checked.
gonna have
Bro,
100%,
just get her checked, bro. Just get her checked, bro. You can wait. You can wait on
if
that
you don't have it in
coochie.
your
I
mouth, you might
promise.
as well have
If
it in
you
your
could,
dick. So
man,
either
listen.
go raw or go
You
all
can't
the
trust
way.
these hoes. She might.
If you could have got the coochie today, you can wait a week till she hit the fucking the free
And
clinic.
in that
nigga.
week-
Like
After this, she went to the clinic.
Actually got the
She got
antibiotics.
Hey, also, while we talking about that week, get yourself checked too, because a lot of people have chlamydia and don't fucking know
Exactly.
that they
Bro,
have that. shit.
everybody
You better
get
get
checked,
it.
please.
Hey,
Hey, check it.
So
you
you
check.
better-
Get everybody
So
checked.
check it. So
you
check
get
it.
an
get a
STD
check.
check. You get an STD
So
check.
with
You
that-
get a check, but
Hey,
make
look.
sure you knock her down because you got to get it while it's hot.
Get it.
So
Blue
with that
checks
being
for
said,
not
everybody.
burning.
Head out.
Just like.
with that being said,
nigga.
I'm that man LA on that nag.
Get off
Stop
the horse,
eating
nigga.
butt. We out.
Stop, young Bati.